So it's Monday the 14th of August and they've just cut a bit of the grass in the middle, which is a bit strange because they did it last week. They also tidied up grass seed area here and trimmed the hedge. But as you can see, it's all these bits over here that would take seconds. These are the grass seed areas, all these bits here that, as you can see, grow in specific clumps. So yeah, I don't understand maybe why it wasn't possible when they trimmed the grass over there just to cut more of these grass seed areas and just keep the nice harmless grass area bits. So this is an example of where there's harmless grass seeds. If you see, well, I don't think they're actually a different type of grass, but as you can see, they're totally harmless and yeah, cause no damage to dogs or people or anything. So they're totally different type, but just feet away, and you can see that's a whole area is absolutely fine. But the grass seeds tend to grow more on the edges, so yeah, it would just take seconds just to trim those areas and leave all the harmless bits, and it would just make the park so much safer and enjoyable for everyone, including the dog users. This is my dog Frida, who has to wear ear protectors now because last summer she got a grass seed stuck in her ear and she had to be sedated, cost £450, and left her with a ear infection. Now the ear infection went a bit better, but it will never be the same in her right ear, and I just couldn't face her getting that in the other ear when I saw there was more grass seed areas left. So that's why she wears one of these hats to protect her. So fortunately I can afford £450, but when you hear stories of pensioners who can't afford that sort of money when a grass seed is stuck in their dog's ear, it's just really so sad that they're having to make a decision between the health and well-being of their pet, or perhaps, you know, other things like food and electricity and gas in a cost of living crisis. And all that needs to be done, like I say, is just trim back the grass seed areas. So here's an example of some grasses that are totally harmless, and it'd be great if we can have more like these, but I think we really need to cut back on the barley grass, foxtail type of grasses, which are the dangerous ones, or otherwise they could start invading these areas, which are totally harmless and great for supporting wildlife. So here's another example in Lammas Park. Again, the grass seeds along the edge, but if you go further in are the harmless grasses. So yeah, just another example of just cutting the bit near the path, and so when dogs or people are walking along, that they don't pick up the grass seeds that cause damage. So I'm sure, you know, you've got a great policy about keeping the long grasses and for supporting wildlife, which is great. But if we could just have a tiny tweak to the policy and say, you know, with the exception of these grass seed areas that cause so much distress to dogs, I mean, that would be welcomed so much by all the residents of Ealing. Thank you.